Hello and welcome back to Man v Film. We're continuing on with the Hitchcock The Beginning set with 1931's Rich and Strange, which is indeed rather strange of a film. We're introduced to Fred and Emily, two middle-class husband and wife just living their lives, looking at the future, wondering how well their life could actually be if they had a little bit of money, when all of a sudden they receive a letter from a rich uncle who's decided, in his wisdom, to give them their inheritance now. Let them enjoy it while they can, rather than later on when they're already settled in life. This is the opportunity they have been waiting for, instantly booking tickets to fly around the world and have new experiences, see the world as a whole. It's a great opportunity for this couple, but it's also something that's going to push them a little bit as well, because they have everything they possibly want. They have cash, they have the ability to leave their work, travel, and it puts a toll on their relationship, which is the real kind of crux of this story, and something that I really am quite interested in, because I like this couple. I like their relationships, and it's an interesting dynamic to see how easy a relationship can fall apart when it's easy to walk away. You could picture these people in their house struggling to get by with their jobs, making sure everything was okay. It wasn't a taxing life. They couldn't just walk away from each other. They had to face problems head on, deal with them, and work through them. When you've got all the money in the world, you can just easily walk away, and that's what happens here. And it's really kind of unusual and shocking, because you see this couple amicably decide to try new things. And when I say new things, I mean new people. We have Emily going to find this rich older man, and we have Fred who latches on to a princess who just ticks everything that he wants in a woman, or so he thinks, the fantasy idea of a woman. And although this is a rather small story in the form of a relationship and how it can break down under the pressures of having no pressure, you do get to have these different locales as we see them going to different places in the world and visit them. You get some nice photography. You get a lot of time spent on the boat and the kind of social dynamics of what's going on between these people, the little beginnings of love stories, where we have this grander idea of a love story that's breaking down, was something I really liked. And although it kind of comes to a somewhat inevitable end, it was an ending that I wanted. I really wanted to get there. I wanted this conclusion, and it was happy. You know, it was kind of those smile-inducing. I'm really satisfied with the way this is played out. And this is a really kind of fun film, because you've got Henry Kendall and Joan Barry, who are terrific together really at the start, and then seeing them pulled apart, you kind of see them losing their magic a little bit as they kind of chase their other quick dreams. They kind of lose the magic that they kind of had. And that, as a married man myself, I kind of like this aspect of a couple who realise that there's different pressures in the world and how they can easily drive each other apart rather than just working through issues.
Don't go sneaking up to a chap like that. It's scary enough without playing funny tricks.
The performances were great. There are some really kind of funny humour moments in this, and some that aren't as funny. There is, of course, some really interesting dynamics here with some of the photography. You can see little aspects of Hitchcock where he's almost testing out the way to do something, and then how that would appear in a later film, one of his Hollywood films. And you go look at it, you can see the beginnings of this man. Well, it is called Hitchcock The Beginning set, but you can see it particularly in Rich and Strange as well as some of the other movies. I like this one. I had a whole lot of fun with it. It's a kind of anti-romantic comedy that reverts into a romantic comedy at certain points as well. I had a lot of fun with it. I loved the performances, I loved the locations, I loved the setting and the actors that were there. Everybody giving great performances, particularly the two new love interests that come into this one, who are both fine, but just not what our partners in the film need, not what Fred and Emily really require. Here we are in the disc for Rich and Strange. Let's go to the bonus features. First up, we have Unexpectedly Personal, Charles Barr on Rich and Strange, which is 15 minutes, and kind of looks at the idea of how this is possibly based on Alfred Hitchcock and his wife's tale, a story that they have come up with, and how it could also be adapted from a book, and how they've kind of put influences onto it, and how it's a very rather individual and unusual Hitchcock book film, but a rather fantastic one. Next, we have an audio commentary by film historian Troy Howarth. We have the Hitchcock Truffaut archival audio interview again, which is 11 minutes 4 seconds. We have the introduction by director and film historian Noel Simsolo, who rates this as one of the jewels in Hitchcock's English film career, and a stills gallery. That's the extras for Rich and Strange. There we have it. Rich and Strange from this set was one that I really kind of enjoyed. Surprisingly, I kind of heard Hitchcock romantic comedy, maybe not, but yes, this worked tremendously well. Another notch in the bow of this terrific set, although there are a couple of speed bumps to come, possibly. But hey, we'll get there when we get there. I'd love to know your thoughts on Rich and Strange, so drop me a comment in the comment box below. Let me know whether you loved it, hated it, fell somewhere in the middle. As always, there is more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, the membership program, and manvfilm.com. And I do have a playlist on my YouTube page of Hitchcock films that I have reviewed thus far, if you want to go and check out more. Thanks for watching, and see you next time.